Do I have to retire? Do I have to retire after the after the 8? Oh, sorry guys. I was going to stream, but oh dearie dear. How are we? Hi hi. I see a cloud. I see a dust. I see a squid. How we doing? Microphone is on. Music's playing. Music player is playing. Yeah, it's all there. It's all going. All right. Fingers crossed. Thing should work. It's not working. Okay, we'll see why. Display capture. Oh. All right. I just needed to be reminded that it exists. Cool. Hi. So, the plan for today is to do a little bit of the March prompt. It's been so long since the tavern's been open. There's so much. Yeah, exactly. I needed to like wipe the grime off of the counter. Hi, Cloud. Hi. But yeah, the idea is to work on the kaiju prompt today. And then depending on how I feel, I may go ahead and start animating the illustration, but I'm good to play it by ear depending on how my energy is. Just needs to be reminded it exists. It's a pretty good, it's a pretty feels good statement if you put it that way. Does the audio feel a little bit odd? Extra crunchy. Oh, what? Is it because it's a different one? No, it's the right microphone. Let me try resetting it. Give me a sec. Testing. Just try switching it to the. Seems a bit better. Keep testing. Hi. The quick brown fox jumps over the garden fence, or whatever it is. Whenever you're testing the mic, I can't. Yeah, but I can't count. I'm number illiterate. Boom. But yeah, so the plan is to work on the kaiju image, and then if I'm feeling up to it, start animating. This is the final image that I ended up with after taking a bit of time off. Yeah, I know. Always. You ready? This is the final image that I ended up with. This is what it looked like previously. This is what it ended up as. Boom. It took a little bit of finagling, but I eventually ended up with something that I was relatively happy with. You buying that for a book cover? Oh, good to hear. Then I've nailed it. Stage time probably not for the next couple of days. Just getting back into things because I want to reduce the energy cost of streaming as much as I can, just while I'm getting back into the swing of things. And kind of as we spoke about the other day, because I'm an introvert, it means that like extra interaction takes more of my battery, and my battery's a bit low at the moment. I appreciate the offer though, and I'm absolutely down to jump onto the stage with you. It'll just have to be a little bit later in the week if you're cool with that. Keep asking though, please keep asking. Don't take that as like a blanket no. It's just because I'm a bit low on energy. At the moment. But yeah, so I'm gonna start animating this scene this week. It's just how quickly I get onto it, we'll see. We'll start with the kaiju. And then go from there. Okay, so if I was a kaiju, what would I look like? I was inspired actually. This creature. Hellboy 2 plant giant. The last elemental. This creature here. This one. More specifically, there's a scene. Spoilers for Hellboy 2: The Golden Army. They end up killing this creature, and its head opens up and blooms, and it fills the area with plant life. And it's that visual in particular that I want to kind of emulate. You have good news. Your parrot has a removable and reattachable head. Oh, good to hear. I mean, speaking of services, how much dust? How much to make it so that my head is also reattachable? Ballpark figures. You don't have to give me an exact quote. You're trying to rework the Rangers a bit, the Ranger a bit. Yeah, okay. Just to give it a little bit more identity. Is a parrot like a pizza carrot? Oh, I mean, I suppose in the sense that you can remove and reapply carrots to pizza. If you think about it, parrots are kind of like carrot on pizza. Material cost involve a Nutella jar and wood glue, so yeah, all right. Okay, so not too expensive then. I've got good news for you, Frank. I can modify your head to be reattachable. It'll cost you a Nutella jar, though. Can I not get a good visual of it blooming? I mean, I kind of like there's. Let's bring up Purifier. Give its identity better mechanics. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. What, you don't like the entirety of a don't like the entirety of a character being Hunter's Mark and that's it? To be fair though, a lot of Rangers subclasses are incredibly flavorful. It's just, yeah, I think you're right. The actual base class itself is kind of nothing. it's just a fighter druid kind of. Not messing with 2024. Yeah, fair. So I've kind of got a shot here of the bloom. Oh, here we go. Bloomage. And then this is the aftermath here. Again, spoilers. Hellboy 2. Back from like 2003 BC or whatever it was. Okay, something like that. Then city at night silhouette. Pat is in the Discord. Oh, let's see it. Literally screw top. That's amazing. That's so good. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, let me see if I can. I'll share the image at least. Easier to do that. Oh. That's so good. So messed up. Well, you see, my pet's head is actually quite easy to remove. You just twist. Off it goes. Deary dear. Ooh. It's a little low poly, but I like the vibe of this city scene by City Vector 91. Thank you, City Vector 91. We've got anything else here? This one's pretty good as a stock image. I want something akin to this. Sort of a 2D, and then we can have light effect, like lighting effects that imply three-dimensionality. Bioluminescent. Words are tough. There we go. Oh, yes, look at this. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm behind on messages. I think you favored terrain should give fun passives even outside of the terrain, like better stealth in foliage, maybe climb speed for forests, poison resistance for swamps, stuff like that. Yeah, something that feels a little bit more tangible outside of, I hope my DM asks me a thing about hunting. I hope our DM gives me a thing that is to do with this specific thing to do with my terrain. Something that gives you something more proactive, I think, would be good. Even something as simple as just like little mechanical interactions that you can do on like a daily basis. Like if your preferred terrain is a forest, for example, maybe you can salvage every time you go for a long rest, you salvage like 10 berries that heal 1 HP a piece. It's just a thing that you passively get every time you go for a long rest in a forest. Bam. Thing. Mechanic. Feeling good that you're in your place that you like. Something tangible. Had your first D&D session on Friday last week. Made it out of the starting village and that was it. I mean, hey. Have you started... when you say just left the starting village, did you interact with things? Like, did you get into a skirmish? Did you fight anything? Did you interrogate anyone? Have any conversations where you could actually start interacting with some of the game's mechanics? Because there's a big difference between having left the village and having left the village, you know? It took us half an hour to do nothing except walk out of the village compared to we started a bar fight, got all the town's guards running after us, had to punch a brute in the face, like go through like Goblin Alley, and then we eventually left the village. Like there's, you know. It's all about the story. Ooh. Foxfire is a type of luminescent fungus. That's awesome. Okay. I'll grab a couple of... It seems as though, generally speaking, you've got blue bioluminescence in the ocean and green bioluminescence in forests. Why is that the case? No idea. But that seems to be the running theme that I'm spotting. This kind of colour. I want this kind of colour. I can just pivot it, but yeah. opening image. Perfect. Oh my goodness. And then there's this just ridiculously fiery bioluminescent look as well. Beautiful. That's beautiful. Post-apocalyptic city silhouette. There we go. Got a couple of stock images that we can use here. Oh, I like that one. Okay, we've got enough here to start, I think. Start on something at least. I want it to be at night. I want it to look like the creature's almost like broken out of the buildings like an egg or something. Something to that effect, we'll see. The story is that at some point in time, magic was eventually cast out within the world, and it's been a few thousand years or something, and your party has to go out and see if the world is okay and worthy for magic to come back. So Friday we met the village elders. They told us had to go out on an expedition to see what the world was like. Only just made it to the path that leads out of the village. Not fully out, but we're out. Yeah, okay. So very much so like an introduction to the setting, introduction to the direction that the campaign's going to take, that sort of thing. Okay. How long did the session go for? Was it like an hour or something? It would make sense if it was around an hour. Okay. I don't want a moon or anything. I want it closer to this one than that one, because I want the main source of light to be the main source of light and the focus to be on the creature design. The creature design is kind of taking up that moon spot, I guess, in focus. So if I were to put in a full moon as well, it would be a little bit too distracting. About an hour, maybe 45 minutes. Don't know how long your lunchtime goes for exactly. It did take a while to get started. Yeah, okay, that makes sense then. Because generally speaking, D&D sessions, I mean, they can be as long or as short as you like them. But on average, they're between 2 and 4 hours. So it would make sense that within the hour, you only really manage to get some exposition and then leave the village. One of the party members is some sort of elf that thinks they're a frost giant, which is hilarious. Excellent. I love a bit of character confusion. It's good. Cloud, you could, if you wanted to, tie like animal companionship into Ranger directly if you were looking for, again, a little bit of mechanical flavor. In the same way that wizards get familiars, without having to dedicate themselves to an archetype, you could do the same thing with hunters, where they get an animal companion as a choice without it having to be part of their archetype. Something that came to mind. Background. Bob. Oh my goodness! Everybody except Squid. I'm sorry, Squid has been rolling really well today. How you going, Bob? How's your day been? It's getting a bit late for you, isn't it? What are we doing? Okay, so I think I want to go blue and orange as my contrasting colors. I know, boo, boring. Blue and orange is like the one that's always done, but it's 2 a.m. Yeah, fair. But yeah, how's your day been? Made your blue sky and Discord for your game. Nice. Can you shoot me an invite? If that's cool? When you get an opportunity? Just follow me on Blue Sky? Nice. Okay, I'll be able to follow you that way. Perfect. Have an app so people can run their character sheets online. Nice! You got it off the ground? Congrats. I'll give it a look when I get a wee bit of time. Hoping towards the weekend to have a pocket. Yeah. It's not got no content yet. Mostly be using it to try and run an online playtest every Tuesday. Ooh. Could I make... It would depend on what time it is. I might be able to join. If it's during... I mean, it would be earlier than this. Yeah, I might be able to join. Yeah, I'm down. I'm curious to see your project develop. I can't promise that I'll always be active, just because I have periods of mighty hibernation. But when I can be, I'll be down to join for a couple. Yeah, cool. You went to IKEA last Friday. Wait, and you've returned? I thought IKEA was usually like months of adventuring. Did you find the demon heart at the core of the land? IKEA is so much fun every time. I've been multiple times for friends getting out their new places, and we have a blast every time. More specifically, so there's actually a bookshelf that's named after Billy. So we've turned it into a habit that every time we go to IKEA, we all pose in front of the bookshelf and send a picture to Billy. Feels like months while you're there. It's a time. The class. Yeah. Fair. The hyperbolic time chamber effect. You spell cityscape. It's fine. Whatever. What do we want? Pizza. Where do we want it now? You got so much stuff, which is good because it's a 4-hour trip, so you can't do it as often as you'd like. IKEA can be a little bit scary though, in the sense that they do kind of sell these little knick-knack accessories that are incredibly tempting at the time, but then I found that with a bit of retrospective reflection on it, I would just super not need. Like, they had these TV trays that, I mean, looked super handy, but I'm just imagining having these little finicky TV trays all over the place and panicking. Be so much extra stuff. Oh, hello, ads. I'll be chill. I won't respond to things until we're back. You're a student, so you could actually stick to things you might actually need because of your budget. Yeah, true. I usually don't have a problem with window shopping, but I don't know what it is about IKEA. It helps going into it with a list of very specific things that you have in mind. Ads can't touch this. True. You've got the touch. You've got the power. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the true base, quote unquote, of the city here. Like, that's as low as it goes, and then it's just dark after that, because I want it to feel like it's an expansive layout. Welcome back. What else do I want? We could do... Cities tend to have, like, towers and stuff, right? Like, it's the Tokyo Tower, or this is the Berlin Tower, or this is the... I don't know. The Sydney Tower. Something like that. It looks, you know what it looks like? It looks like those flight control towers, to be entirely honest with you. But, I mean, hey, what's a flight control tower? That's right, it's a tower. So, I mean, it fits the bill. It's probably fine. Yeah, the sky tree, or whatever it's called. Close enough, right? Surely. You don't know what you should work on next? If you're looking for direction, then it might be good to wait until you've done playtests to see what the feedback is, and then go off of that. top looks like a cookie nose tower in Stockholm. That was my intention all along. Yeah. I'm glad that you picked up on my very intentional design choice. Oh, now that I've done this, I kind of want to turn the rest of the buildings into fantasy buildings. Oh no. Like high fantasy buildings. Okay. Who am I to disregard my instincts and wants? High fantasy architecture. Pressed a whole bunch of keys that weren't the keys that I wanted to, but that's fine. Yes, this is what I'm looking for right here. Very, what's it called? River run, what? Where do the elves live in Lord of the Rings? Here we go. Rivendell, close enough. We got there in the end after looking it up. Very Rivendell. Like floaty buildings? Oh, I mean, maybe. I could have like buildings and then crystals floating on top and stuff like that. Oh, yeah. What features am I looking for? I'm looking for arches, looking for roof shape. A lot of AI crap that I have to comb through that I can't be bothered. It's fine, I'll stick with the one. I'll stick with the one image I got. Send a picture of the cookie nose tower on the Discord. Doesn't look but no. I'll get the sense of what you mean. Let's see it. I mean, yeah. I see what you mean with the top. It's as soon as I added the windows in that I've shattered the illusion. I'm so sorry. And then I added the little bar underneath. Yeah. I see. Before I made those changes, it absolutely fits. Yep. Okay. So, what are we doing? Arches? If I were to do this. Something like that. And then Come on. A little bit better. In your D&D game on Wednesday, your party has uncovered that you worship Bane. It's all a matter of perspective, right? Maybe you don't have to be evil and worship Bane. They've given you pseudo-ultimatum to stop that. I mean, yeah, that's probably fair as well. But you worship Bane out of respect for your clan, to whom you owe a great debt of loyalty, and your character firmly believes they'll be punished by Bane if he leaves. Mm-hmm. You could do like a fun vulnerability thing where you approach your clan member, your party members, and you're like, I want to, but I can't. I need help, and then you can do the whole like intervention thing where they sit you down on a couch and they've got a banner up that's like, helping Bob do the thing, and then they're all like, so Bob, you like Bane, and this is why I don't like the fact that you like Bane. And then the next person goes, and then the next person goes, and they're like, all right, Bob, if you need like cult rehab, we'll like provide you all the help you need. Yeah. You're flipping the prompt on its head. Your brain went, what if instead of kaiju you did mech fighting? I got, yeah, absolutely good. Cheers, Billy. How you going? Thank you. I missed it. Billy, just for just to keep you up to date. So this is what I ended up with at the end of the day. There are a couple more little subtle changes that I want to make to it, but basically this is what I'm happy with at this point. Stewie with 9 months. My God, man. Hi, thank you. Home birth in the tavern. Is because we've hit the 9-month mark, is that right? No, I'd like to think that every month, on the dot, like clockwork, Stewie is birthed from the tavern, like out of the fireplace. He just tumbles out. You just gave up on Act 2 Night Boss. Clicked enter to end it. Lizard tail. Yeah. Yep. I've done that a few times. I'm always aware of the revive potion, but the lizard tail, it just lurks. I don't acknowledge that it exists ever. Your cheers from before, it reminded me that I haven't drunk water in like a million years. So thank you. And if you're honest with your character, would choose his clan over the party. So you're gonna basically announce that for some drama, tell them you're staying with them to complete this particular adventure, and then leave to return to your clan, leaving room for something to happen to change his decision. Yeah, that'd be fun to be like, this will be the last ride, and then it leaves, as you say, it leaves open to either an intervention occurring or maybe your character tragically sacrificing themselves for the party to be like, my words say one thing, but my actions prove otherwise, and then maybe it can be, maybe they can be saved still even after the sacrifice. It's just all sorts of incredible storytelling is on the horizon. I can feel it. Just as cute as the baby Voldemort. True. I like just like webbed bony fingers, just slime dripping off of you. Landscape looks great. Happy with applying the contrast changes along with the new lush grass. Yeah. So this is what it looks like. This is what it used to look like. So this is without the contrast and vibrancy bumps and the lush grass and the forced perspective and the better posts and the better blah 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 blah. It took a while, but we got there. I'm going to ask your DM to deny you long rests for a bit to represent Bane punishing you for having doubts. Oh, that's fun. A lot of people will shy away from hampering hampering their characters a little bit in terms of mechanical stuff. But I've gone out of my way to curse my characters on a few occasions. It is way more fun that way. Looking sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The moss on the roof is nice. Fixes the blotchy feel. Yeah, yep. The intention was always to do moss. I've been speaking about it for a while, but actually getting into it has helped to scratch that itch. Looking sweet. Thank you, Stewie. I appreciate. I still need to animate it, which will be the actual point of the project, but I feel like it'll be a lot easier now that I've got the final image sorted. It's way more fun, and the slow degeneration of your character over the following days as you pick up the levels of exhaustion represents the narrative weight of the decisions to actually leave Bane. Should you try? Yeah, plus it means that if you guys engage in combat and stuff, your character will be in like massive struggle town. In not just an RP kind of way, which will be, I don't know, more visceral, I guess. There's something about a party member being like, "How you doing, buddy? What's your health at?" And you'd be like, 5. That really hits home. That like, oh, they're not having a good time. They're having it pretty rough at the moment. $19. What is this? Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Squid, we don't need good numbers, okay? My 10 and your 8. Actually, Squid, if you think about it, my 10 and your 8 make a solid 18. We just need to like do the Dragon Ball Z fusion dance or whatever, combine our scores, and then we're in the clear. Good numbers, who needs true. I'm not jealous. You guys are jealous. You shall roll away. It's not far off. Oh. Okay, these are. Yeah, all right. Okay. Yeah, puts everybody to shame like it's nobody's business. It's fine. He's good. Congratulations. I'm thinking, BT Dubs. I'm thinking of doing a short video where I'm thinking of making a short video where I actually go through sorting out the bottleneck that I was at, explaining like I was at this point in time and I was at this point of development on the image, and then I felt like something was missing. It felt really flat, blah, 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 blah. And then going through step by step how I got to here. Does that sound interesting? Because I feel like I kind of reached that point with most of my images where I hit a bottleneck and then I sit there fretting over it for like a month. Like, I can't break this, roadblock that I've stuck myself in. I am. I'm a bit late because because being sick for a couple of weeks and then getting stuck in mental limbo. Exhaustion is brutal. It's DC 10 for the first night, then DC 15 on the next, and DC 20 on the next. Yeah, well, it's not just that. Let's see. 5e exhaustion. Blah blah blah. Exhaustion table. Let's see what happens when you get stacks of exhaustion. Control F. Frick. That was the wrong window. Control F. Exhaustion. Okay, so if you sustain a single stack of exhaustion, you get disadvantage on all ability checks. That's insane. What? Means every time you roll abilities, ever, disadvantage. I wonder if that includes attack rolls. No, that's coming. If you get 2 stacks of exhaustion, 2, your speed is halved. Oof. Big ouchie. Ouchie, ouch, ouch. It makes sense though, because you're freaking tired. 3 stacks of exhaustion. Disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. Youchie. Ouch, ouch. That is terrible. Okay, here's where it gets particularly spicy. 4 stacks of exhaustion. What do you get? Half of your maximum hit points. Your health is halved. Maximum halved. That's ridiculous. And 5 stacks of exhaustion. Your speed is reduced to 0. You cannot move of your own volition. You have to be dragged places. You have collapsed onto the ground. And then the classic 6 stacks of exhaustion. Final step, the big death. Your character dies. Boom. Rough. I think I've only ever had to deal with a single stack of exhaustion, and I hated it. Because don't forget, it's not just one of these things. Each time you get a new one, you're also sustaining the previous ones as well. So when you're on 5 stacks of exhaustion, you have disadvantage on ability checks. You have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. You've got no speed, and you've got half HP. You're basically just a slug. Rough. Brutal. Because when you're tired, you die quicker to the common cold. And I mean, anything by the looks of things. Ants. You get overrun by ants. Ability, attacks, and saving throws are the 3 types of rolls. Yeah. What does initiative counts as an ability check, doesn't it? Your character is unalived. Yeah. Yep. Is it like in Minecraft where you don't sleep for longer than 3 nights, phantoms spawn, but in this case, your exhaustion more than 6 times in a row, God just smites you down. Yeah, basically, yeah. Although I don't think it's just automatic. I don't think the exhaustion is just automatically applied. I think you have to fail checks. Like, I don't think it's, if you stay awake for 6 nights in a row, you just die. An effect can give a creature 1 or more levels of exhaustion as specified in the effect's description. But it doesn't actually say how. How to get exhaustion. 5e. Remaining awake, long rest requirement. Who stay awake for 24 hours without a long rest will gain a level. Oh, okay, so it is, yeah. So yeah, it would be, yeah, okay. Apparently, if you stay awake for 6 days, you explode. It's if you skip the long rest. Yeah, fair. You don't feel so good, fades into dust from exhaustion. Yeah, pretty much. Only time you've dealt with exhaustion was when your party was trudging through a snowstorm, but your DM swapped the effect for level 1 and 2, which you feel is a lot more manageable. Yes, but also think about it. If your speed is halved, it means that you're going to be in the snowstorm for double the amount of time. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense, right? Because you're in a snowstorm, so your speed is going to get severely hampered. There's also the Dream spell, 5th level. Dream deals with exhaustion? Dream 5e. Let's have a look. Oh, God. Okay, here we go. This spell shapes a creature's dreams. Choose a creature known to you as the target of this spell. The target must be on the same plane of existence as... Fair enough. Plane of existence as you. Creatures that don't sleep, such as elves, can't be contacted by this spell. You or a willing creature you touch enters a trance state, acting as a messenger. While in the trance, the messenger is aware of his or her surroundings, but can't take actions or move. Where... Oh. On a failed save, echoes of the phantasmal monstrosity spawn a nightmare that lasts the duration of the target's sleep and prevents the target from gaining any benefit from the rest. In addition, when the target wakes up, it takes 3d6 psychic damage. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that'd be brutal to use against players. You can make the messenger appear monstrous and terrifying to the target. If you do, the messenger can deliver a message of no more than 10 words, and then the target must make a wisdom saving throw. That's fun. It's going to ask your DM to do to you. Oh, that'd be fantastic. Yeah. I see what you mean. Visited by Bane at night. Oh my goodness. It's me. Oh no, Bane, piss off. Oogity boogity boogity boo. No, Bane has sausage fingers and they're terrifying. It'd be... I know it's a very serious prompt and you want to play it incredibly seriously, and you should. But, my goodness, is it right for comedy? Your other party members are trying to sleep and your character is tossing and turning at the campsite like, no, Bane. No, stop tickling my feet. No, Bane. No, Bane. There's a College Humor sketch from back in the day where Batman is fighting Scarecrow, and Scarecrow hits him with the fear gas, and he's like, no, jangly keys, fun for babies, not for Batman. Roombas. Baths. The idea of your character tossing and turning and being like, oh no, free food. Like, no, I would, Billy, no, I would not recommend I would not recommend that people take the meme approach. Although, unless feel like we've got a few unique building shapes at this point. I'd be happy to rinse and repeat from now. So maybe have this one be. Oh, but these are going to be background buildings, right? So we need them to be a little bit on the taller side of things, just so that they appear behind the buildings that appear in front. But yes, your character rolling around by the campfire, you know, screaming out like, "No, please don't give me wedgies," would be a temptation. I would be remiss to turn down myself. Oops. But yes, I'm thinking of because it's something that I struggle with quite consistently is dealing with my my bottlenecks. I was considering making a video about it. We'll see. I'll give it a go and then see if I'm happy with what I film, and go ahead with it if I am. I shouldn't think about it. I honestly shouldn't. I should just do it, release it, and then see how it goes. Because otherwise, I won't release anything. Over complicating thoughts. Let's raise this one up. Ah. Okay, then the next layer, cityscape middle. A little bit darker. What's the inspo? We've got a few different avenues that we've taken. The overall goal is to end up with a kaiju themed something for the month of March. Specifically, I started looking at the last elemental from Hellboy 2 that turns into like a sprouting flower when it dies. So that's my kaiju concept that I'm going to go with as like my stencil, my scaffolding. Then I was thinking that I want to do a night scene with bioluminescent lighting throughout, of like the bloom effect. But then when I started doing the scene, like the buildings and stuff, I got a strong fantasy. I don't know, it's me, so it's always going to happen. I got a strong fantasy vibe, so I started pivoting to sort of more fantasy shapes for my cityscape, and it's going to be a fantasy kaiju, which is just stupid and I love it. So this kaiju is running amok in some sort of elven city by the looks of things. Finding references for Maxwell Jaegers is hard. I mean, you've got quite a few in the Pacific Rim movies, right? Across the two. But yes, in general, yeah. Pacific Rim isn't really what you're looking for. And Gundam is too goofy. Look up Gurren Lagann. That's got quite a few mech designs that are quite good. Evangelion as well is maybe the direction that you'd be looking for if you're looking for like a non-goofy Gundam. Neon Genesis Evangelion is probably the direction that you're thinking, I'd imagine. I'm always trying to crash them together. Evangelion might be it then. Yeah, I'll quickly bring up a couple of images. Neon Genesis Evangelion. Avas. So these are the Ava designs from Evangelion. Evangelion is what you're looking at right now? Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Try to look for the ones where they're kind of at scale, because they look a bit goofy when they're, posing like action figures. But the images of them actually at scale, where you've got human characters next to them, give a really cool sense of scale and stuff. Speaking of D&D, I've got D&D tomorrow to look forward to. I'm so excited. All of our characters are going to die. We're going to come back as goblins, and it's going to be the best thing ever. We've had a pact for a while that because my character can't tell the difference between races at all, and just assumes that everybody's goblins. And was raised by goblins, hence the misunderstanding. It was part of a backstory thing where one of the backstories provided was like, your character grew up amongst another kind of, society or whatever, and learned, a whole bunch of societal norms based off of the peoples that he grew up with. I was like, excellent, let's do that, but to the nth degree, where he now just assumes that all societies are goblin society. No, we're not. You refuse? No thanks. I mean, but you're the one who recommended that we do it, Billy. Are you really going to go back on your word? You'll play something like a goblin one day, but you just can't bring yourself to do it right now. I mean, yeah, but now is the time. Now is the time to do it. You do really like the idea of bringing Dust into the game, though? You think she would fit really well? I didn't think Dust was a goblin. I thought Dust was an elf. But I mean, hey, you can rejig things however you want them to be. I'll tuck that away in my noggin. Dust is a goblin. That's now canon. How dare. Oopsie daisies. That was very strange, OBS. Why? I minimize you for a second accidentally, and then you get opened up on the other screen. Your rudeness knows no bounds. OBS. I want to get stuck into the background, but I can't do it until I actually do the buildings. Ooh, I like an effect that they've done there. I'll hold off. Let's just focus on getting the meat and potatoes done first. The center there. Every time you try to play just a little bit of Minecraft, it sucks on PC Bedrock. Bedrock Edition. What was the difference again? Because I know that there was a difference. I forget every time. Bedrock Edition was the one that was built up with a different program as its base, right? A different language as its base? Bedrock is the crossplay. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, fair. I mean, you could play the other one. You could play the not Bedrock one. You could, but you want the fancy animation packs? Pff, pish posh. Who needs graphics on Minecraft? Minecraft has all the graphics you could possibly ever want. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Look at this high fidelity. Oh my god. Oh. It's beautiful. Not graphics, animations, actions and stuff. It's just blocks. Don't worry about it. Plus you can have animation. You can get animation mods and stuff for base PC version for Java. I remember them back in the day like it was yesterday. Makes the blocks bouncy and cute. I'm sure it's better quality. Well, can't argue with that. So the one day once your head is out of your rear about how dare you? Just because you don't appreciate the goblin lifestyle. I'm actually so excited. It's going to be something stupid as well, where my character was motivated to give my first character like a sandwich or something, but then he left too early, so my second character's been like chasing after him ever since to give him the sandwich that he left home without. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. By the time that we get there, the sandwich is going to be rotten or whatever, and then we'll find the dead body and be like, oh well, eat the sandwich. Yeah, exactly. I mean, waste not, want not. How the Evangelion images treating you? Did you find what you needed in terms of vibe, or are you still looking? It's giving you the ideas, just drawing shapes on a page right now, seeing where that will go. Yeah, fair. Glad to hear. I wasn't massively into mecha anime. And by massively, I mean I didn't watch mecha anime at all, except for Neon Genesis and Gurren Lagann. But I feel like the thing that they did really well is made it not so much about the Gundam. They made it more about the characters, and then the Gundam are kind of just there, I guess. I've never really been for the Gundam aesthetic, which is, I mean, I know, shocking probably. The fantasy artists isn't into mechas, but it was never really my jam. They're there for the plot, but not really for the characters. Yeah, that's fair. Cityscape front. Where they're kind of tied into the story, but not tied into like how the characters relate to things. Oh, best viewers! Best viewers! Oh, I'm so excited. I can finally get rid of these terrible viewers that I currently have and finally get my hands on the best viewers. No, Squid, you don't understand. They're the best at viewing things. Out with the subpar view. That's what I'm saying. Get out of here, Stewie. Oh, dearie dear. Thank you for your sacrifice, Billy. I'm pleased to say that I was playing a few lunchtime games on Overwatch, and it's going really well. Like I'm winning the video games. Every time we lose, however, it'll be because so out of 10 games, I will win like 7 or 8. So I've got a really good win ratio going at the moment. But every time that we hit like the 1 or 2 losses, it'll always be because somebody has gone, Bahali has picked Tracer, the character Tracer. That's it. We have lost. That character is not very good at standing at the back of the map and shooting bullets from a million miles away. I give up. Which is just shocking. I wish I could show them my win rate and be like, here, have a look at this. Have a look at the fact that I've been winning all of my games. Would you like to win this game as well? They don't understand that it's not about standing still and shooting. That's what I'm saying, Squid. Well, that's the thing, is she's not even about getting in and getting a kill. Because generally speaking, you're only getting in and getting a kill if the enemy team is like substantially worse than you, or they're playing characters that can just kind of die to a Tracer. But if they don't have characters like that, the point of Tracer is to be a resource sap. She's supposed to be there as like constant annoying damage that, if ignored completely, will kill you. But if not ignored, you have to use cooldowns in order to live. So she sits there like sapping away all of your cooldowns the entire game, so that when your team walks in, they don't have any cooldowns to deal with the team walking in, because they've used them all to stay alive because the Tracer's been sapping them the entire time. Yeah, or get the enemies to stop focusing on the front line. Yep. The lack of large paintbrush or selection tool or paint bucket so triggery. I'm just vibing. Don't think about it. I'm not doing this to be efficient. I'm doing this to just to relax. You're good. Hi Lani, happy birthday for the other day. How you doing, bud? Oh. It's today? Really? I thought I missed it. Oh, happy birthday for today. That deserves confetti. True. That does deserve confetti. True. Happy birthday, Lonnie. Sorry, I'd usually be more energetic than I usually am, but you're dealing with tired Mahali at the moment. My apologies. How's your day been? Have you enjoyed yourself? Back to lacking ego? You're good. I think we'll have like a little gazebo down here along the same lines as the domed tower over on the left. It's been good. Got 2 Lego sets. Nice. Find it very interesting that me and Lex have the view on Freya that you do. Like full transparency, I was hamming it up quite a bit because I was enjoying your reaction. But the point does still stand that I wish that a little like her float was on a separate button so that I could traverse the map with the float without having to zoom in. But I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It would just be like a rewriting of muscle memory, so that each time that I want to close a distance, I don't hold space, I zoom in instead. It's fine. The big Mercedes and mini Red Bull F1. Ooh. So, from memory, you had the Ferrari one, right? And then you've got the Mercedes and the Red Bull now as well, and they're all F1s? McLaren, right. I remember now. I don't think about the... I keep forgetting that McLaren is a brand. I'm just not too familiar with it. Yep, all F1. Nice. That would make an excellent set to have on the shelf, I think. There were 6 crashes, but last race there wasn't one. I mean, that's good to hear, but 6? 6? Isn't that like a ridiculous amount for F1? Usually it's quite, I mean, it's a high-risk sport, but didn't think to that degree. You had a friend who booked their trip to see the race in advance, and they were a little underwhelmed. Yeah, I've been to the F1 once. This would have been over a decade ago, I think. And I remember it being sort of a little bit on the underwhelming side, just because they don't give you screens of what's going on. You're positioned on one little nugget of the track. You see the cars whiz past for like a split second, and then you're back to doing nothing again for 10 minutes. You can't really see the cars, yeah. Same as watching a soccer game, in your opinion. You're so far away from them when on a TV you get a great view. Well, that's the thing, right? Is it kind of feels like it's from an age before things were televised, but it's been maintained just kind of due to tradition. Don't get me wrong, like there is a vibe that you get from being in person. I'm sure if you're a big fan. The swelling of the crowd when something exciting happens, being able to like turn around and high five randoms when you're excited. I don't know. Sports. But yeah, as you said, like 90% of it can be accessed by just watching a television at home. I think I want a tower here, because I want some things to kind of be obscuring the kaiju. I want some things to be obscuring the kaiju. Yeah, yep. I wish I could float. Still have it so that the right click resets it. Yeah, so for example, if I want to jump a gap, I want to be able to jump the gap, and then where there's like a little bit of extra distance that I have to make, do the float so that I can maintain my momentum a little bit and make the distance, instead of having to burn one of my shifts in order to do it. And you can do that, you just have to aim down sights while you do it. You'd still have it mechanically work exactly the way that it works at the moment. It's just have it so that that you can initiate it without having to aim down sights. So as I said, like, still have it so that the right click is the thing that resets it, so that you can do it multiple times. Just make it so that when you press spacebar in the air, it does it. Because it feels weird to have it slow while you're aiming down sights walking around on the ground. I don't like that at all. Like, I wish I could just peek a corner and aim down sights and take the shot, instead of peek the corner, aim down sights, and then all of a sudden I've been slowed to a crawl as I'm moving around on the ground. Well, she has big cape and base skin. She doesn't use it to glide. She does. She uses it to pause in the air when she's aiming down sights. That's the point of the cape. But it is, though. When you look at her when she's paused in the air, it like opens up. I mean, you say that, but functionally I can do exactly what I want, but I have to aim down sights to do it. I'm wanting to not have to aim down sights when just moving. No. So it wouldn't act like a passive, like Mercy or Echo, where you can do it whenever you want to. It would operate the exact same way that it does at the moment, where you can do it once, it lasts for a little bit, and then it runs out. And the only way of resetting it would be to fire a aim down sights shot. Like, all of that would stick. It's just mechanically the way that you can input it is you hold space instead. Like, she's not getting any additional anything. It's just the way that she does the thing that she currently does is just hold space. The whole point of aim down sights is that the same anti-grav technology holding her in place is also holding up her bolts, preparing to fire gravity gun style. I mean, I guess. If that's the intention, then I guess, sure. But it feels worse than the alternative. welcome back. Currently deciding what I want to do with this foreground tower. Something like this, I guess. I could have little flags, I guess, maybe. Something like doing something with the spire. That's a big reason why you played Mercy Claw on console, why you feel you struggle with Echo. The mechanical split between dash and glide is tough. Well, that's why I'm saying that it would be a toggleable thing in her options, where you could turn it on or off. You could have it bound to a separate key or together with aim down sights. You ready for bed? I mean, it's been a big day, presumably. You had school. Yeah, there you go. How do I do this? Yeah, maybe? And then I could have little Corinthian style columns down the bottom here, elevating the whole building. If you've seen that, there are some cultures that I believe it's in Indonesia. There are some villages in Indonesia where, because of the high tide that comes in, they actually have to have their buildings on stilts. Is pretty cool. I'd absolutely do that for a fantasy setting. Are you kidding me? Every day at dawn, the entire place floods. The strength of A&M sights being a faster firing shot with explosive AoE is offset by the fact that you have reduced movement. If you use a custom glide, you're slowing yourself down and then not firing. So trying to have the aim down sights without that movement block wouldn't work. Like Hanzo needs to charge shots, Widow needs to charge shots. Same idea. Well, I mean, I guess, but you can already fire off without slowing. Oh, you mean on the ground? Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I hadn't thought about it that way. It still feels clunky, though. It's an anti-air brake to activate that anti-grav of the bolt shot. If you happen to fire fast, you reduce the brake effect. Yeah, like, regardless of the... like, it's the classic... it's the... it's the classic author versus reader problem, where it's like, okay... the way that you introduce your setting is grueling. Like, it's really slow and it's not fun to read. It's like, yes, but You need all of this information in order to understand how the setting works. It's like, yeah, I get you. I understand what you're saying, but doesn't fix the problem that it feels clunky. Like, I understand logically why they've set it up maybe to be the way that it is, but it doesn't change the fact that it just feels clunky, you know? No. Yeah, you're good. I'm enjoying the conversation. Should I move these up further? I think I should. Let's try that. Yeah, the part you found funny was you instantly tried it felt good right away, and then to hear that you both didn't instantly click the same way, since you consider yourself to be the weakest DPS player of the three. I mean, it's nothing to do with it's got nothing to do with skill. It's just intuitive vibe, right? In the same way that somebody good on Hanzo might not be good on Widowmaker just because it feels wrong, or somebody good on Pharah might not be good on Echo because it feels wrong. Like it's just a feeling thing. It's not a skill thing. And also, I am bad as well. Ooh, I do like the blue there instead of the grey. Let's see, what can I do? What kind of damage can I do here? Ooh, that's way moodier. I like it. Beautiful. The occasional mid-air shot where you can plan the aim down sight's projectile and connect on a horizontal moving enemy feels real good. Oh, for sure. Once all the movement stuff is out of the way, she feels really good to shoot with. I completely agree. Really like the light to dark colors. Yeah, it's super satisfying, right? Funny thing happened last weekend actually. You and your friends started playing the other anime tower defense game again because the one you were playing before just became really bad. You hadn't gotten a single mythical trait in the game. Traits being things that give towers damage buffs and stuff. But at like 10 a.m. you pulled the rarest trait on a tower that's one of the best. Oh my goodness. So you just... Long story short, you lucked out of nowhere. My goodness. Yeah, congrats. I don't tend to get that. Like I've played like in the Destiny games, for example. There are some people who are like, oh, you know, I played this piece of content once and I've gotten the most, you know, I've gotten the rarest exotic out of freaking nowhere. But that was never me. I was always the person who would have to do it hundreds of times in order to get the thing that I wanted. Yeah, looking at you, Billy. How you doing, by the way, Amy? How has March been so far? The March of Monsters. That's what we're working on at the moment. Is a monster themed diorama. Ooh. Just like, oh, I pulled this trait on a unit. Is it good? Your friend just screams at me. Wait, what? Yeah, no, that tends to be how it goes. Yeah. And then I would throw things at Billy. Yeah, yep. I need this to get darker up here, I think. Yeah, there we go. Life has been hectic, but that's nothing new. How are things with you? Yeah, hectic on my end as well. Like at the end of Feb, I got down with the sickness for a couple of weeks. And then trying to catch up on the work that I missed, I then shotgunned a bunch of extra work and burnt myself out pretty massively in the process. Never doing that again, I lied to myself. So it's been been a little bit hectic, but on the road to recovery at the moment. Back into streaming regularly, so should be good. I do terribly with being sick because it I don't know, I can't sit with myself and just not do anything. Like it's not that I can't take time to myself. It's just I feel super guilty while doing it. So I try and make up for it after the fact, and it goes poorly every time. What if, instead of this pale blue, we shift to a cyan or something? That could work. It's never fun being sick. Well, I mean, sometimes it's the body screaming at you to take a break. I have come to accept. But yes, rule of thumb, not a good time. You want to redesign your stream style, but you don't want to put the time in for it yet. I mean, hey, you don't have to do it. Like there's no time crunch, right? You can always set it aside as like, when I feel like it, I'd like to do this. How does the cyan look in comparison? I mean, I kind of like it over the grey. Kiss from a rose on the grey. You're an American. Here's a year. But I feel like it takes away from the vibe that I had before. What if I go more vibrant and less desaturated? Yeah, that works. It's fun to do, for sure, but not if you're forcing yourself. Looks like it'll be a good while before you can stream again, because things keep happening on the time you can stream. No. So the D&D build is just in a state of partial completion. No, we can't have that. That's tough. Like the moody vibe I had going before. Yeah, that's my thought. Is go back to the blue. But I didn't like just how desaturated it was. I feel, oh yeah, look at that. The pale blue I feel like does the same thing but just a little bit better. Yeah. Okay. So that, and then what I want to do is I want to emulate what they've got going on in this one here, where they've got like the fog coming up under the buildings. Probably not to the same degree, just because I need a sense of the ground still existing for the kaiju. But let's see what damage I can do. I'll duplicate this layer and hide the original, just in case I don't like the changes that I make. I can always go back to the previous. I need a mafioso like Billy to... Yes. Billy is very good at being driven. With very specific things. It's like, hey, Billy, I didn't do my homework. Billy's like, nah, forget about it. Don't do your homework. Do other stuff. Hey, Billy, I want to make a house of cards. And Billy's like, here we go. This is the most efficient way of stacking a house of cards. Boom. Blend. Yeah, pretty much. I thought you'd never ask. Ads in 1 minute. Thank you, Tavern. Stewie, if I've learned anything, Billy actually destroys all of the best viewers from experience. Look out if you're the best viewers, because Billy has your number. I've started watching the Marvel Disney television show Agatha All Along with my mum, who is visiting at the moment. And it's really good. I'm really enjoying it. There's a twist in the first episode. There isn't too much of a twist. Like you know what's going on if you've watched the previous series, WandaVision. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was very funny. I was cackling like a witch, because it's about witchcraft. The entire time. Sincerest apologies, automod. What did you do? Did you proc automod? Oh. Well, if you have, you've been banned for it. Heading into Act 3, you get the choice between Black Star, Violet Lotus. Exiting Calm gives extra energy. Your first time in a while getting Holy Water. 3 miracles in hand. Black Star going into Act 3 is probably fine if you're super strong already. But would I want more relics over more energy from Exiting Calm or 3 miracles as opposed to 2. Or is it 1? Can't remember. It might have been 1. Max of 2 elites. No, you can have more than 2 elites in the final act. I've had 3 or 4 before. It's 2 extra above the base. Yeah, okay. Oh, you're looking at the map? Yeah, okay. Do keep in mind that in Act 4, you might not have unlocked Act 4 at this point, but in the final act, there is an extra elite fight. But I don't think there are better relics than having better energy economy. You do have all 3 keys? Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, there you go. It'd be 3 extra relics that you'd be getting. So if you're super duper strong, then Black Star's probably fine. But if you're looking for extra strength, then either Violet Lotus or Holy Water. My OCD kills me every time I'm going into Act 3 and I'm presented the Black Star, because it's like, yeah, but would I grab the Black Star? But if I grab the Black Star now, then I'm not getting the maximum use out of it, because it's between Acts 1 and 2 that there's an entire act of elites that I've missed out on. But I wish to kick myself in the bum when I do that, because it's not about that. It's so good now that you're not scared of elites. Famous last words before the 3. Yeah. I had a run the other day where I replaced my class relic with a boss relic, and I got the Black Star right off the bat and just snowballed through the entire game on Ascension 20. It was beautiful. Beautiful. I'm liking the mist. I'm liking the mist. I'm liking the mist. Control H, I think, does the job. Yes, there we go. Why, hello there, Bebop. Dropping in here with the 20 like it's nobody's business. How you going? Absolutely nailed it. I've been in a cave for the past week and a half. But I've been seeing that you've been going live. How's streaming been going? I've been seeing that you've been doing the collaborating, which I'm super jealous of. I've tried it once now. I've tried collabing once, and it was really fun. So I get jealous every time I see other people collabing. Do I not have that select? I do not. Okay, so that's worked magnificently. If we bump up to this one, duplicate the middle layer, hide the original. Select. Yeah, it's all connected. Nice. Hide it. Now if I come in a little bit lower with the mist, that should do the job. Less intense. Up the blue. I've gone down another YouTube rabbit hole, by the way. Not intentionally. Actually, it's a little bit disingenuous to say that I've been going down the YouTube rabbit hole. It's more like I watched one video to do with caving accidents one time, and now YouTube has gone, excellent. Here is every atrocious caving accident that's ever occurred. And little fun little images to show, like, it'll use like little stick figures, be like, this is the way that they were trapped. It's like, Hope I've been well. Woke up, so you're probably going back to bed because it's 3:40 a.m. And you have to be up by now. Yeah, go to bed, dude. Go to bed. Go to bed. Hope you're doing well. Look after yourself, bud. Sleep well. But yes, I made the mistake of watching a caving video one time. And now it's bombarded my recommendeds. Don't get me wrong, it's fascinating as all heck. But I'm not that interested. Duplicate this layer. Hide the... Wait, what? Why? Oh. That's done a funky thing. Deselect the hidden selection, then duplicate layer. It duplicated the layer, but just the things that overlapped with the selection that I had previously that was hidden. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it. It's dumb. It's stupid. Okay, so now I select this layer. I grab that as well. I hide the selection and remember that I've hidden it this time. I drop the shade. Yes. Yes, there we go. Ho, ho, ho. Then we go even darker. The theme is, let me just pull up the Discord. Beep bop boop. It is The March of Monsters, and then subtitle Kaiju. So I'm trying out themed months, as in like each year it'll be the March of Monsters. And then the specific prompt for this year is Kaiju. So think Godzilla, think Pacific Rim, like the big monsters that appear in that. Think, what's it called? Cloverfield? The spoilers for Cloverfield, the monster that appears in that. Any sort of like building-sized creature. So I've shown my hand a little bit by saying building-sized creature. I'm sure you can tell that I'm assembling a city to then get absolutely dumpstered on by a creature of some sort. None of the relics you could have chosen would have helped. As in you're stuck on a fight and you can't move past it. Is that the impression that I'm getting from that comment? What layer is that? That's the background. Okay, so I can grab that, and then I think I can blend it a little bit. Retried it 4 times. Card draw order makes it impossible to dodge the high thorns from the spiky dudes. But the spiky dudes shouldn't have enough kill power to actually harm you, right? In the sense that you don't necessarily need to kill them. You can look for pockets. Do you have any methods of damaging things outside of hitting things? I'm talking like the hourglass, which chips them for 3 at the start of each turn, or the sewing needle, where like each time you use 3 skills, you hit everything for a bit of damage. Do you have anything like that? Yeah, fair. None of the things that I've said were class specific. Had a bunch of high damage, right? Yeah, it's a little bit tough. I tend to usually by that point in the run have relics that do like little bits of chip that I can rely on to take care of those. The feeling of fog feels nice now. No, right. So now, I mean, it's good enough as is, just as a starting point. I think we now shift to... Where do we want the creature? We probably want the creature between the backmost and the... Yeah, okay. So just above this layer. Kaiju. So I want general vibe. I want the head to be flowering with maybe like plant tentacle things out the top. And then maybe it could be interacting with a couple of buildings. So it could have a hand up against this tower or something. Do I want it to be... I want it to be humanoid, I guess. Love getting a map with question marks that lets you work your way to a 1 HP enraged elite. Yep. Oh, the best is when you can get 2 elites at 1 HP. Oh, it's a good feeling. But yeah, an enraged elite. Yeah. That's a problem out of the way that you just don't have to worry about for the rest of it. How do I want the body of the kaiju to look? screaming creature. I could have it facing to the right. That could work. Let's just block in something. So, torso. I do want it rearing back. Werewolf rearing back, maybe? I've got a particular pose in mind, but how would I do that? Oh, that works if the arm's lower like that. Maybe I went a little bit too bombastic with the flower on top. I do like the humanoid shape that we've got as the base. And then do we go the full horror angle? I reckon we do. Obviously, we have the teeth on the flower petals. We don't need to do traditional fangs, though. I reckon we could do Venus flytrap. Sort of little pointy protrusions. Venus flytrap. They've got they have the little pointies. You just turned around to the sudden monster. Perfect. Like the teeth, and then in between the teeth, you could have the little Venus flytrap pointy things. I'll try with just the Venus flytrap pointy things for now, and I'll see if it's missing that that visceral kind of creepy monster thing, and then if it is, I can always remove. I think I'll have one or the other. I don't think I can have both. I'll remove the pointy things and add actual fangs if I need to. Let's see. Tropical flower blooming. I need the big one. Where is it? Yeah, this one. Ba-boom. Some sort of orchid by the looks of things. Pink tiger lily. Whoa, this is a good angle. Boom. We won't go exact as I mean, we could like exact that type of flower in this case. Boom, 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 boom. Na, na, na. Da, da, na, da. Da, na. Na, 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 da, da, na, da. Okay, and then we want a bioluminescent fiery orange for the actual flower itself. Thank you, Stream Elements. I really need to replace that message with a Tavern bot message, but I can't be bothered right now. Na, na, da, da, na, na, da. Na, 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 na. Trying to keep a small deck and use things like Conjure Blade and Signature Move. Yeah, okay. I will warn though, there are some bosses that specifically in the first act that punish you for having a small deck. Slime boss and the fiery prism boss fill your deck with junk. And if you keep your deck size small, it means that already on act 2. Yeah, okay. Disregard everything I was about to say then. Don't worry about it. I don't think there's anything in Act 2 that can punish you for it. Yeah, a little bit. Book of Stabbing does punish you because it fills your deck with wounds, but if you're strong enough, it shouldn't matter. And then is it the chain gang or something? There's like a boss of 3 dudes, and the dude in the middle again fills your deck with wounds. Same deal. Not expecting something like that to be the monster? Yeah. It's gonna be fun. In theory, if I don't screw it up. It's all down to execution at this point. Turned around to see its head. What head? The eye's going to be on little tendrils. I don't think it's going to have dedicated eyes per se, but it will have like little feelers that look like the pollen stems on tropical flowers. Ads. There's a song from a show called Always Sunny in Philadelphia that is stuck in my head and will be until the end of time. They put on a stage performance called The Nightman Cometh. No spoilers. It's very funny though. And during that performance, technically the song appears a little bit earlier in the season, because they start a band and they make this particular song that also appears in the stage performance as part of that. But regardless, I think the song is just called Dayman, and it goes, Dayman, fighter of the nightmen, champion of the sun, master of karate and friendship for everyone, Dayman. And it loops, and it is diabolical. It just sits in my head and loops ad infinitum, driving me to the moon. First class trip. Front row seats. So whenever I've got a quiet moment at night and I'm drifting off to sleep, all of a sudden out of nowhere, I'll just hear, Dayman, Fighter of the night, man. It just goes off to the races. Last 3-4 days you've had the Candyman. The Candyman. Oh, the Candyman can. The one that like speeds up as they repeat the joke. Yes. Who can make the sun rise? The Candyman. Oh, the Candyman can. But it's cool to hear that there's a DPS hero that's coming out, Billy, that really latches onto your gameplay intuition, because then it means that you won't dread queuing into DPS. Because my buddy Matt has that problem at the moment where the game goes, you will get extra XP if you queue all roles. And so, okay, I'll do it, but I better not get damage. Ah, frick. More than just Sombra. Yeah, yep. The character is available. Oh, when's it available until? There's a test play on at the moment where it's been available over the weekend. She has been available over. Can you not pop up on my main? But then the window itself. And then everything closes. Why? The window. So the starting thing appeared. Frick. Why? Oh, why is it being so dumb? My windows are closing on the left side and then opening up on the right side. Joiks. Let's see. Does this say when she will be available until? She's still available for another 31 hours. So if you did want to try her, now would be the time. The eruption into 80 damage signature move is so good. Yep. Until reset, yeah, on Tuesday. Probably won't play. Remarch remain here. But then it doesn't affect you. Just interested because you heard new hero. I mean, if it makes you feel any better, you're getting a new tank hero in like a year. Because this one's a DPS. Then the next one is going to be Aqua Boy or whatever his name is, a support, and then after that is a tank. He should be cool. I don't know enough about him to be able to make the judgment call. I mean, he should be. And apparently his primary fire is really interesting. quote unquote. Got whatever the new guy was recently a tank. Yeah. Have you tried Hazard? He's really fun. Haven't played the game since Juno release. You want to install it again? Hazard looks fun though. He's appealed to me. He's a lot of fun. He reminds me of like the amount of fun that people were having when Junker Queen first was first playable. I love characters that are really quick and just have lots of stupid abilities that you can combo off of. Plus you saw the jump ability and went, ooh, yep. He's got a wall climb. He's got lots of burst damage. He can make a little wall that like boops people. Like he can boot people off the map with it and stuff. If you enjoy like mobile characters with lots of abilities, then he's your guy. Yep. I reckon. Based on what you've described yourself as enjoying, yep. I reckon. Plus, there's the new perks as well that you get to play around with. Okay, now I want this part of the pedal to be translucent. So the way that I do that is I up the vibrancy and then kind of drag it out a little bit. Plus all the tanks are just fun and look cool. Literally only play Genji on DPS and Lucy on support because you can't find yourself enjoying any of the other characters in those classes. Yeah, that's fair. Tank is very much so one of those roles where you can just sink a whole bunch of hours in to like perfect certain characters. That's what I really like in tank. If I were to go back to tank, because I used to be a tank player in Overwatch 1, but I've switched to DPS in Overwatch 2. If I were to go back to tank, I would like one trick Doomfist or Wrecking Ball or Junker Queen or something like that, like a really high skill tank, and just sink a whole bunch of hours into them until I could just pull off stupid things on them. Because that's what I really enjoy about games is like mastery. And I really like the fact that there are some tanks that are like that. Turn 1 equals 230 damage on the boss. Ramatra is a lot of when should I use this ability and how should I use it. Is not just big guy go boom. Yeah, that's fair. He seems like a more sophisticated Reinhardt. Yeah, I can see that. I can respect that. Turn 2 win, because your deck cycled signature move back. Incroyable. I don't play the Watcher that much. I wouldn't be surprised if you've got more of a handle on how the Watcher works than I do. Okay, now at the extremities of the plant, I want it to start fading into a fluorescent red if I can. Can't always have his shield up since it's weak. So you have to think when to use it. Most of the times you use it when you need healing and it just needs to soak up some damage so you can go back into his big form and just push the enemy back. Oh, for sure. Plus with the vortex as well, you can either use it as a way of slowing down people who are running after you so that you can give yourself enough time to get healed up, or you can use it to slow down people that you're running after to help finish them off and stuff. He's a fun character in that way. He is fun. Especially with the perks that he's gotten, where with his major perks, you can make it so that your vortex, you actually heal while you're standing inside of it. Or instead of that, you can have it so you can proc it in the air, so you can throw it up at a Farah in I don't know, up in Canada. It's like, Farah, get over here. You throw it up into the air and you trigger it again, and you can snipe them out of the air with it. It's very cool. Very, very, very cool. Should be going now. Need sleep after your night of being terribly sick. Yeah, do it. I should head off pretty soon as well, given that, yeah, in about 15 minutes we'll hit the 3-hour mark. Usually try and aim for the 4 hours, but given that I started late tonight, I need to be respectful of my own body. Yeah, good night, Squid. Sleep well, bud. Can't wait to see your mecha fighting kaiju. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very fun. Sleep well. Let's go through and select these parts of the kaiju and duplicate them, place them on a separate layer, go back to the original. Delete them on the original layer. That way I can hide Yeah, there we go. And then the flower's separate. Kaiju flower. Kaiju body. Excellent. Now, what we want to do... start adding in the Venus flytrap. Are they mandibles? Venus flytrap teeth. Are actually cilia, specifically the finger-like projections that line the edge of the trap lobes and interlock when the trap closes, forming a cage to capture prey. Specialized hair-like projections called cilia. Okay. Cool. Mandibles. The mandible, lower jaw, or jawbone is a bone that makes up the lower and typically more mobile component of the mouth. Mandible. Right. I'm thinking of insect mandibles. That's why. That's why my brain is making the connection. Cool. We got there in the end. Thanks, brain. I'm on the incorrect layer. That was why. I was in Struggle Town. Billy, please remind me what signature move does. Is it the one where it does even more damage when you're in the Zen state? Or whatever the final form is? You have returned. Welcome back. Upgraded version is 2 mana attack. Can only be played if this is the only attack in your hand. Deals 40. Ah, that's right. I remember the card now. So you've got no attack. Yeah, okay. So your entire concept is signature move and cycle. Cool. Cool. What do you reckon so far, Dust? Does this look like a kaiju? It's getting there. It's not quite kaiju status yet, but we're making our way down. Right. It's looking pretty cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Reminds you of the snake plant he dreamt about. Oh, true. I wouldn't have made the connection, but yeah, I can see it. Very like flora predator type of yeah. Because how you've upgraded Deus Ex Machina, when you draw this card, add 3 miracles to your hand. You're getting Conjure Blade off of like 7 mana, so Expunger for 1 mana is dealing 9 damage times X times on 6 or 7. Plus, if you're in Wrath mode, oh baby, yeah. Okay, so you've got no attack moves, quote unquote, in your deck, but then you're generating them for cheap, so that even if you do draw your signature move, you're either not generating the attack and therefore you can still use it, or you can use both. You can use your signature move and whatever you've generated at the same time. Yeah. You're popping. You pop it off. You may have a chance against the heart. Yeah, potentially. Do keep in mind that the heart caps damage. So you need some kind of survivability. Because you can only deal, I think it's like 200 damage to the heart each turn, and then it caps out the damage, and you deal no more. And it has like 600 health or something. I can't remember what it is exactly. Or it might be 300 damage and 600 health. I remember there being at least like a couple of survivability is the club. I mean, hey, if it works, it could be the case that you just have enough health to take the attacks while you're whacking. And it doesn't sound like you're spending a ton of cards to do it either. So you shouldn't die to the beat of death. Ice cream energy conserved between. Nice. Nice. Okay, I go through and make all the teeth, and then what am I doing? Let's quickly clean up a little bit. Ad's starting in 3 minutes. Frick. How about no? Seeing as we're about to wrap up stream, let's not do an extra round of ads for no reason, shall we? Have you considered that? Aha! What if I do this and highlight adjectives? Does that work? Yeah, that kind of works. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Oh, but yes, Brain. I've started watching Agatha All Along with me mum, and I'm really enjoying it. There's a degree of like hand waving to how some of the things come together. Like, how did you appear? It's probably fine. Don't worry about it. Hand wavy. But I can kind of get over it just because the show has like an air of silliness to it, to a degree. And there's also like an air of there's probably a bit of fate at play here. And like destiny, and like there's no coincidence when it comes to magic, blah, 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 blah. So I can kind of forgive it within all of that context. Plus, it's a lot easier to forgive when it's fun, you know? I feel like you might not enjoy it if they push into the witchcraft a bunch, but it's entirely about witchcraft, like top to bottom, the whole way through. So if that doesn't sound appealing, then probably not. You probably won't enjoy it. But at the same time, I'd say that my mum doesn't enjoy witchcraft stuff at all, but she's having fun. So I don't know. It's a tough call. It kind of might have to be a vibe-based thing. Okay. Do I like the teeth? I think I do. Even if I have to pivot in how I do them, I think I like the overall vibe. I think it adds the monsteriness that I'll need. The next question will be how am I lighting the rest of it? I think what I'll do is let's consult references. How do the rest do with external lighting? Not too flash. What I might do is have almost like a flower plague going on in the city where there are these like little tiny versions of the flowers kind of budding on everything. Not everything, but in, you know, aesthetically pleasing locations. And then for the actual lighting of the body itself, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to keep it the blue or if I want to put it into maybe grey tones. let's see. If I were to... Let's say, hypothetically, we go into oranges. We go darker. That'd be your main goal if you were a kaiju-esque entity, making sure your corruption is aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, in aesthetically pleasing places. Well, that's what I'm thinking, yeah, is I want to spread my influence in the most wonderful way that I can. You got the kaiju stomping through the city, considering for a sec, like, yeah, this building, and then pushing it over, considering the skyline again. Be, oh, let's open up one over here, and then walking over to another plot and pushing over the building. Colors reminding you of Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight does a really good job of working with minimal silhouettes. I should actually use Hollow Knight. I should actually use Hollow Knight stills for reference as well. Especially seeing that even with a shot like this, does a really good job of blending both the silhouettes and like environmental lighting and stuff. Even things like the surface of the water being having a sort of shimmery effect to it as well. The light beams through, the particle effects. I feel as though I can definitely take a slice of inspiration from that. I feel like I could have beams of light potentially pouring out from the location of the creature. Not in like an overkill-y kind of way, just something, just even like this. Pollen particles will be an absolute yes inclusion. If you die in the heart, it still counts as a win because clearing tier 3. Yeah, yep, correct. You don't have to get successful heart kills. The heart, the only benefit you get from killing the heart is an increase in score. You get a way higher score from killing the heart. Hollow Knight Bloom stuff. Yeah. Yep. I won't go overboard just because like it is supposed to be like a little mini project that takes up a couple of days. But we'll see what we can get done. I know I need to wrap up. Don't remind me, Twitch. But I also want to add a bit more of that sort of foggy effect to, of course, let's flatten this. Merge layers, kaiju body. I do want to add the foggy effect to the body itself as well. So we'll have the body kind of fading as it as you travel down as well. Then like a pouring light effect. Starting from here, maybe? I'll see. It probably doesn't need the light. If anything, actually, the light bloom can come out of the head. I'm thinking light layer. Some sort of light bloom, and then I don't know. Something. I don't know. Something like that. We'll see. I'll play around with it next time. Cool. Making progress. Let's quickly save as. Plant kaiju, I guess. Easy enough. In the ending shop with only 14. Nah, it just means that you did everything you needed to before the shop. That's fine. But yeah, that's me for tonight. Let's see who's online to send you guys over to. Ooh. Haven't lined up with Caleb in a while. Yeah. Hello, Link's body spray ad. Let's head over to Caleb, shall we? Boop, boop, boop. Alrighty. Yeah, GG to you as well, Stewie. my best viewers. Sorry for the disappearing act for the past week. I kind of needed the downtime. My body was screaming at me, so I needed to shut down. But we're back into it. We've got progress going. Lovely kaiju image coming along nicely. We finished this illustration. We should move on to animating it pretty shortly as well. So we've got good things in the pipes, in the pipe works. But yeah, lovely seeing everybody again. I can't wait to hang out some more. I'll catch you later in the week, maybe. Have an excellent rest of your day or night, depending on where you are. I'll catch you later. Bye, everybody. Bye.